Hey everybody, how y'all doing today? Haven't done a video in a while. I have not been feeling well. Lupus is kicking my butt. I'm telling you that right now. But there's been a lot of stuff going on. But I'm not going to say let's go Brandon. I'm not. I'm not going to talk about the Chinese coup either. Can't get blocked on YouTube. But I'm going to say this. SigHire is actually hiring. Go to their website and look in the jobs. They have a great opportunity for somebody. I actually applied, but I just want to say SigHire is hiring. I'm gonna show you something. Join Club Grunt Style. Like, look at this. This is one of their shirts right here. So join Club Grunt Style. You get the shirt, you get some stickers. It's pretty awesome. Another thing is, in our society today, I'm getting sick and tired of a lot of the pronoun stuff and things like that. Because when I was taking English class, we were told don't play the pronoun game. It's actually improper English. So I'm not down for that. But I just want to come out and say this to everybody out there. There's a line we don't need to cross. People are people, no matter if they want to change their gender or be called they, or whatever. So we need to stop judging people, but get to know the character. That's what we're missing in society today. We got to understand the character of individuals. Because not everybody's bad, not everybody's good. But at the same time, we need to understand, even if you're not an LGBTQ community, they're still people. They're still Americans and all that. My only issue is that the LGBT group actually sued the American Psychological Association. Sorry, I just had a seizure a while ago, so my brain's still kind of But they sued them to stop trying to treat people for conditions that could lead to transgenderism, because they believed that ASA believed that some people had a condition. But you know what? If you want to be a man and you're a woman, go ahead. Go ahead, but just remember, genetically, you'll never be a man. And that's the issue I have, is I don't like playing pretend. I don't like doing all that stuff. But at the same time, I want to give you a certain level of respect. Respect is earned. It is not given. Ever. Ever. So, when we approach these people, we do have to give some type of respect. And then let them earn more respect. I got some of my really good friends are LGBT and stuff like that. One of my sister-in-laws is, and you know what? I respect it. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're transgender. I don't care if I actually had a transgender individual that was a roommate of mine for a time before they actually snapped. Started a lot of crap with my pregnant wife. But I'm going to respect you to a certain level. Now, if you get in my face and start screaming stuff like that, because look, there's a lot of people out there that go, "Oh, you called me the wrong thing." But I don't know what you want to be called. You don't wear a sign. You don't need to wear a sign. But you also don't need to be mad if somebody says he or she, or ma'am, sir, yeah, stuff like that. Especially in the South, where I live. I live down in Georgia. And I come from a small town, still live in this small town. And purposely, I try to be polite. I say yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, stuff like that. Because that's the way I was raised. I came from the 80s and really grew up in the 90s when PC culture really took off. But you got to understand a lot of stuff that's going on in our society. And I apologize if I ever call you something that you don't want to be. Just don't scream at me. Don't scream at me at all. I'll hang out with you. Crap. We can hang out. We can party. We can do a lot of stuff. I don't care. I don't care. And then my other issue is this Patrick guy. He couldn't get back in the NFL, and now he's trying to compare it to slavery. Man, I'm telling you what, dude. I hope Patrick watches this. Somebody send this video to him. He does not understand what slavery is. You do not get paid as a slave. I had ancestors in Ireland that were slaves by the damn Saxons. I'm telling you that right now. I grew up learning, never trust a Saxon smile. That's the way I grew up. I mean, heck, that's just the way it is, guys. I mean, at one point in society, even during the early 1900s, all up to even the 80s, there's signs up saying no dogs, this, and no Irish allowed. That was up north. That was Boston and all that. That's why they all gathered in South Boston and other areas like that, like Quincy and stuff. But I'm telling you right now, as an Irish guy that grew up, even had issues with the Klan at one point because I was a dirty Mick, I understand. I do understand what you're going through. I understand all this, but I'm telling you this right now. You know why the Irish don't yell around and say, we're leaving up at this for now? One, we're Irish. We don't give a shit. We grew up in a place where England really controlled us and really screwed up our country. England caused the potato famine. Also, remember that. That's why I don't like the royal family. At all. At all. They did that to Ireland. They caused all those deaths and the mass exodus from Ireland. The only city that kind of seceded a little bit was Dublin because they used that as a major port. And then we came to the United States, Boston, Savannah, Myrtle Beach, places like that. We came through here and settled in different places. My family ended up settling in Heard County, Georgia, Franklin, and then moved down into Troup County, where I actually currently live. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you right now. We have to, as a society, come together. That's it. I mean, we got a president that falls asleep during the climate change thing. That looks bad for us. As Americans, it looks bad for us. And then you got these people complaining about capitalism. How capitalism's ruined. You don't understand this, guys. Take an economy class. A real economy class, not YouTube, not Wikipedia, not any other Google site you can find. Look at an actual economic textbook. Socialism is literally you give everything to the government. The government controls all means of production. Do you really want that? Do you really want that? Tell me right now. Because here's the thing. If the government controls all forms of production, they tell you what to do. I mean, hell, already China owns 70% of the farms here in the United States because of the failure of Obama, Trump, and now Biden. These farms started going out of business when Obama passed this one bill back in 2014. It really hurt. It really hurt the farming industry. And then my other thing is these wild, freaking wild vegetarians and vegans that go off when people eat meat. But let me tell you something. Carnivores, people who eat meat, are actually helping the environment more than you sitting there growing all those plants, because those plants and stuff that you eat, those salads you got fertilizers, killing insects. You're probably even killing a rare species as they go through and farm that area. Pesticides. Everybody has to use some form of pesticide. I grew up on a farm. We gardened. We didn't use pesticides, but we used other products to keep bugs and stuff like that off. And we even used ladybugs to help eat other insects that would destroy it. We would find ladybugs and take them to our garden. Guys, our society's going crazy, and that's the truth there. Just go to the freaking TikTok and you see all the wild videos going on there. It's not cool at all. I'm telling you right now, it's not cool. But have it. And I'm just gonna give a quick shout out to a Men2 magazine. Great magazine product. If you shoot AR-15, They're even Glocks. They have some nice Glock magazines. Get a hold of them. Amend 2 magazine. Look them up. Great. I have a whole collection of them in there. I love them. My favorite one, of course, is the Man Spot one, where it says, "Not today, ISIS. Not today." I mean, hey, there's a report that came out from Military Times that we are at a high risk of an attack from ISIS-K, which is the group that did the bombing during the really screwed up evacuation, where then Biden ended up killing an aid worker and 7 children in a drone strike because he thought this dude does not know what's going on in his head. There's a picture of him driving, but you'll see a Secret Service agent on the other side of the car. Actually, he's the one driving. Well, come on, guys. We went from mean tweets to autism. I mean, not autism, Alzheimer's. I mean, come on. The dude definitely has dementia. I mean, heck. He's the worst talking president I've ever heard. He's Jimmy Carter level bad. I'm going to tell you right now. The evacuation of Afghanistan was Biden's hostage situation in 1979. That's exactly what it is. History is literally repeating itself in a completely different way. But I mean, they're even releasing military members that don't want to take a damn shot. Well, guess what? Yes, the Supreme Court did say that they could do this back in that. But here's another thing: medically, due to the HIPAA, the Hippocratic Oath, nobody can take any. You have a right not to take anything into your body. I'm just saying that right now. I'm not really going to sit here and talk about everything that's going on. But hold on. Maybe I can get sponsored. Coca-Cola. I actually prefer Pepsi. Interesting reason, since we talked about racism. Coca-Cola was a very racist company back in the early days. Pepsi, though, the Pepsi Corporation was the first major corporation in the United States that actually hired African Americans at high-level executive positions, like marketing and stuff like that. So think about that. If you're sitting here talking about all this other stuff going on, racism, all that, think about what Coca-Cola did. Think about it. I mean, heck, we got a president that says if you don't vote for him, you're not black. Go look at the stuff he did. This guy tried to keep buses separate and all that. Look, guys, I'm going to let y'all go. I love y'all. Let's have a good one.